What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and today we're doing a request for Mike and Ike. You requested to see DogelonMars and Jesus Coin, so I'm gonna do that, man. It's my first request ever, so I'm very honored to do this, even if it's just a joke or if it's a serious request, whatever. I'm honored to have that. So from a low to a high point, I'm gonna just start off with Dogelon here, looking at the price from a low to high, all-time low to all-time high. I think this is a pretty significant fib to base things off of. Looks like we found a little bit of respect, got front run on the 618. That's to be expected sometimes, Rejected the 382, not looking good personally. I would expect that we do go with the break of this 618, and it looks like a pretty convincing break to me on a weekly basis. Let's see on a daily. And we're going to pull up other fibs too, to get the whole story, but didn't really respect the 618. Which to me tells me that not only could we be seeing deep retracements at the 786 or the 886, but we could in fact be seeing extensions. How much of a drop would that be from here? I mean, I don't know, man. That's a 92% drop. It could. It's possible. It's very possible, because this is such a low cap coin. It's a shit coin for better or worse, but I'm not saying that it's over. I don't know about the long term for this coin. It's got, it doesn't have enough history. I don't know enough about it personally. I know that it's just a meme coin about a meme coin, so I don't really have an opinion on the long term, the longevity of this. Maybe it has another pump and maybe it goes higher than this one. Maybe it doesn't. From here, well, that's not the right place, but I mean, basically, you're talking about over a 14x from current prices to the current all-time high. So, could it go lower now? Could it go lower than this low here? I think it could. Let's look at the CoinGecko real quick. CoinGecko, see the market cap on this thing. ELON, DogelonMars. Let's look at the tokenomics here. So the market cap's only $97 billion. So if it lost 90% of its market cap, it'd be like worth $10 billion, or sorry, 10 million, not billions, millions. And that can happen, man. That really can happen. Nobody thinks it can. Nobody thinks it can happen to their favorite altcoin out there. But I've got this one right here. Credits, man. It's an ultimate reminder for me. Yeah, the market cap's less than $1 million, man. I had this thing. I had it when it was worth $1 billion, $800 million, seven. I bought on the way down, and it can go lower. It can definitely go lower. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen with Dogelon, but don't think that. It might seem ridiculous. A 92% drop from the current prices. It might seem ridiculous, but I don't see any interest. There doesn't look. If we look at it, it's on KuCoin, which I guess is pretty legitimate, honestly. Is it on? It's not on Binance. I don't know. It's on Poloniex and KuCoin. There's some legitimacy to it. I don't know. I'm not. And even if it does go this low, I don't think that that's condemning. I think that this coin could still go up to new highs. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it never gets this high again. Maybe it gets just like to the red line and like slowly. Maybe it has a sad life. I don't know. Maybe it's a straight death spiral from here. I don't know. But what I do expect in the short term, what I do expect to see would be at least this blue line, the 786 here, which is going to be from the current price, which might be different. That's a 43% drop at least from here. That's what I would expect. And if Bitcoin's going to drop more than 43%, which I think it will from current prices, then you could be seeing the 886, and you better pray that the 886 holds 61%, because I very much doubt that you're going to hold a double bottom here. I very much doubt you are. You've got a base over. I mean, maybe you have a random bounce, but I don't know. I would rather you hold this 886 on Dogelon. That's a 63% drop from now, because if not, in my opinion, you are, with the disrespect you showed on the 618, especially if you were to come back up and show resistance on it, like come back up and test resistance on it in the coming weeks or months. This 90+% drop is just the beginning. 92% to it could really drop a lot. But right now, I don't think that's where it's going to go. That's not what I'm personally looking at. What I would be looking at is probably the 786, or more realistically even the 886, or somewhere in between. It can wick. You can wick this line. When I say you need to hold this line, that doesn't mean that it can't wick through it. It can wick through it. This got wicked through, and it still held the 382. I would say that's a hold of the, the 236 here. That was holding the line, and look at all these wicks. Look, it even closed slightly above it. It definitely respected this area. It doesn't have to hold it. It can go through the 100 even on a wick basis, but you don't want to close too far, or you really don't even want to close below this line. That's what on a weekly basis, probably even on a daily basis, but definitely on a weekly basis. If we look, let's get some other fibs up here. We're almost done with this one. Then we'll jump into Jesus coin. Maybe it's this one. I don't know. I kind of like this one. I kind of like that fib. I don't know. Maybe you go a little bit lower in the time being. I don't think any altcoin's going to be safe right now, honestly. I don't know. Maybe you go a little bit lower and find a bounce around the 1618. You drop like 20%, and then you have some kind of bounce back up to the 1272, a 40% bounce, or maybe even back to the 886. You could have 100. This with this kind of low cap coin, that kind of stuff can happen. But the way that this is moving, if we look at it, right, the personality of how it's been moving, it's like down, sideways, and now we're down again. I don't think, in these times of down, we had moments where we went up 53%. From low to high here, we went up 141%. I'm not saying that stuff like that won't happen, but week to week, on average, you are going to probably be going lower. And I think this is just the beginning. I think it's just the beginning. And if and when you're down here, this is probably the area you're going to bottom in. Probably in this previous price range, the lower ends, maybe around, not even with the fibs. Looking at it like this, I think you'd want to hold this area right here, probably. Somewhere around there. I wonder what the fibs, with that drawn back on there, I wonder. Yeah, it's nothing. I don't know. But it could, it could wick down there or something like that. Anyways, but yeah, lower, definitely lower. Probably a 60+% drop coming from ELON. And then if we go to Jesus coin, right? Oh, I already have it pulled up actually. Jesus coin right here. This one, if I'm looking at it correctly, GAESUS, Jesus USDT. Maybe on Uniswap. Okay, there's a lot more information on Uniswap. Okay. So, but this is in wrapped. Is this in wrapped Ether? Is it? I don't. We'll just use this chart because it's got more historical data. Yeah, this is much better. Okay, cool. When I say better, I don't mean like better as in like a better asset. I just mean like it's a better. It's got more data. Let's see if we can find something else. Jesus, that was the first one. Right? Yeah. Second one, not as much. Nope. Okay, let's just go back with that one. Okay. Maybe let's just try one more. Come on. Okay, yeah. We're going back to the first, technically the second one. All right, here we go. So you've got an uptrend. You've definitely got an uptrend. You've got higher highs, higher lows. It looks good. It's one of the better looking charts I've seen in crypto, actually, to be honest. Right now, gotta give it up to it. No lie there. Held the 618, came up. Let's see what you did here. Let's just build some fibs out and see from high to low. 1618 respect there. 618 respect there. Man, this thing is a golden boy. Let's see. Low to high. 618 here. Literally got the 618 bounce right there. That's crazy, man. A lot of respect on the 618 already. This is it's a strong looking chart, man. Blew right through it. Blew right through the 1618. You're looking like, yeah, man. I think this thing, other than the fact that most of crypto looks like ass right now and it wants to dump, this chart looks good. But because crypto's so bad, we could go low. It could go lower. It could be finding resistance here at the 1886, get down to the 1272, come back up, find resistance on the 1618. By the way, all these moves, from here, that's like a 56% move down, which would then be like what, 100% move up. Yeah, stuff like that. So, math's crazy, man. Like 50% down is the same as 100 up. Like that's the same price range. And it makes sense, but it's just, percentage wise they're half each other's value, but number wise they're the exact. Going down, like people think that like, oh, if I can go, up 47x, going down, losing only 50% isn't that bad. But it's like, man, when you go down, losing percentages, every percentage down is a lot stronger than any percentage going up, in my opinion, always. But I don't know. That's a topic for another time. We're talking about Jesus Coin right now, and right now, based off its current trend, just based off it, I would finding 1272 support here, being above the 1618. You are, on the R side. You are, yeah, sounds about right, man. You should be just resting right at 100 for your whole life, because this thing looks amazing. Honestly, it looks really good. This chart is respecting the 618. What the hell, man? Are you literally at 100? Like, is that even possible? I don't know what I just did here. I'm gonna get this out. There we go. Okay. Let's see. 100. You've been at 100 your whole life? What the fuck? Oh my god, man. Literally. Something's not right, man, with this chart. Or with this. I don't know what's going on, man. This is crazy. It is Jesus Coin though, I guess. Okay, so I don't know. I kind of want to be bullish on Jesus Coin just because of the name. I'm not Christian, or anything like that. I'm not religious. I believe in an afterlife. I believe and I respect everybody's beliefs, but it's just not, my personal belief. But, if we're taking out this, without all the semantics involved, if we're taking out this top and low fib here, this could see, I don't know, rejecting out the 618, being below the 618 gives me less of an less likelihood in my opinion, but you could be seeing a 400 to a 1000% move in the coming days, in the coming weeks, at the rate that this thing's been moving. But there's no volume. It's all on Uniswap. It's all on on a DEX. I don't know too much about this one, man. I really don't know too much about it at all. I've heard of it. Let's see. Is this it? I don't know if this one's it. There's multiple Jesus coins. Right? I don't know. Jesus. And then this one is Jesus as well. So I really don't know. Market cap 11 million. I mean, man, from a chart perspective, which, by the way, this is a very small chart. You've had no volume at all since the first 2 days of this thing's existence. And you are up from a low on this chart to a current price of, you're up about 330x from the low, while only sustaining a from high to current low an 88% drop, man. I don't know. That's pretty, you could be going up. You could, I don't want to say it in the current markets circumstances with everything else, but this coin actually kind of looks good. And I've got nothing on the R side to go off of at all. We're hitting 100. What? How is this even? Is this really the Jesus coin? How is it not even down at all a little bit? How? It doesn't make any sense to me. This chart has to be a glitch, man. I don't. How can it be? You see the variation in the price. It's going down. I don't know, man. It doesn't. There should be some variation in this RSI. It's all at 100. It doesn't make any sense. I've never seen that before. I think there's a glitch. I don't think that this is a good thing. Whoa, I've never seen this before. I mean, it is the chosen coin apparently. So, looks constructive, man. It looks very constructive. And I've spent a lot of time on this coin just to say that. It looks constructive. Let's look at its ribbon. Let's check it out on the ribbon. On an hourly basis, it looks like you want to come down a little bit. The ribbon, on the hourly basis, it's more or less respected, but we're pretty low here. It looks like it might want to cross to the downside. This could be the start of a fresh cross down. From the 4 hour Testing support in the ribbon. I kind of like the way this one looks more. Today's going to be a big decider, I think, for this coin. So if it can come back up today or tomorrow, really. And on the daily, I mean, you look bullish, man. You look real bullish. I don't know. As of right now, really until and because you're working with such huge ranges here, it's a very risky thing to get in. I wouldn't put in a lot of money personally. I'm not putting any money in at all personally, but from here, I guess 30% lower. That's where you would want to. Let's pull up all the indicators again. Jesus. Daily. Yeah, man. You'd probably want your stop losses to be, I don't know. With how big of a ranges that we're dealing with right now, like on this 4 hour alone, we're down 13%. I'm having a hard time deciding. I would say if you take out this low, that should be your stop loss, really. But really, man, I don't know. This is really the time to show some strength, in my opinion. It might need to show some strength here. Let's see. No, it can go a little bit lower. Okay, yeah. If it takes out this 382, if we get a close below the 382, that would be my get out kind of moment. And if price at all goes below the 0.5 here, definitely don't mess with it. But these are big ranges. From here, it doesn't look like much, but from here, from current price to the 382, that's a 9% move. To the green line, that's 25% or 24%, 25%. That's a lot. So definitely be careful with this one. But to be fair, I think I'm gonna just say it. It's the most bullish looking chart in crypto right now, and there's not a lot to go off of. So it could genuinely, man, it could just dump. It could dump all the way down. No problem. Like literally no. Just as easy as it came up, it could do it easier going down. That's a 94% drop. So any money that anybody puts into this, just be careful. Be careful. And I wouldn't be surprised if it continued going up because it does look good. But with the overall environment of the market with Bitcoin and everything, I'm a little bit bearish. I'm a little bit inclined to believe that we're going lower. But if this thing wants to go higher, you're going to see prices go, from a current rate, you're going to see gains of about 400 to 1,000%. So 4 to 10x, somewhere in that range. Yeah. Technically, actually, a 10x would be at 900. That's a 10x, right? Because 100 is 2x, which would make a 200 a 3x, right? Right? I think so. I think that's how that works, yeah. So basically, everything's 1x down. So if you're at 1,000, really, that's 11x. So anywhere from a 4x, or I guess that'd be a 5x to an 11x. But yeah, that's what I got for you, man. That's what I got on this coin. I'm sorry that I'm like drawn out a little bit. I might seem out of it. It's because this is just bizarre to me. This whole like literally, there's not a freaking, there's not a divot. It's just like this. The art doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. That doesn't, and it's only on the 10, so it's like there's variations in these 10s, I don't know, man. I go to BTC USD. It's, it works. I really don't know. It's got it on this one, but the main chart with all the data on it, there's a glitch going on here, man. There's someone's cheating the system. Maybe it's Jesus himself telling us that this thing is going to go up. I have no idea. But I kind of want to buy some now. I'm not even going to lie. But I don't know, man. It could go lower. I'm not going to buy any. I'm not going to sell any. I'm not going to get involved with it. We can just watch where it goes and have fun watching where it goes. But that's all I got for you, man. Sorry that this was such a long, drawn-out video of just like rambling. But yeah, I like it. I think all this to say I like it. There are some bearish things going on right now, and really you don't want to take out however many zeros that is, 3223. You don't want to take out that level. But for now, low to high, maybe a little bit lower, And if it was to go low, the 618 would be nice to hold. It has been holding its 618s, but let's see on this right here on the daily. I know I keep sounding like I'm going to end it, and then I just keep doing it. I have a bad habit of doing that, but that's okay. Maybe it does. Maybe it goes down to the 618 from here. And that, by the way, is still tremendous. That's freaking ridiculous, man. That's an 84% drop, which would be nuts. But it could do that because this thing does nuts things, apparently. The last drop, let's see, from top to bottom that it had was 86%. And then it had a drop here from top to bottom that was 88%. Then we had a top here from top to bottom that was 87.8%. So if we had a top to bottom drop that was 85, 86, 87, maybe even 90. That's not out of the question. So I don't know, long term or like in the near term, I'm definitely bullish. I wouldn't be surprised for new all-time highs, but it's so new, man. I don't know. I don't have a genuine opinion on it, I guess. That's why it's so hard to talk about it, because it does look good. There are a lot of things about it that does look good, but the fact that it's so new and we're in this climate of Bitcoin going to crap and everything else going to crap, I'm immediately inclined to be bearish. And I try to stay away from altcoins altogether personally. But yeah, if you like this video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, write a comment if you want. You can request coins that you'll do, and I'll just, I'll kind of give you my rendition on it. Try not to be so long on them, but I do want to give, a genuine analysis on what I think. This one was just weird, man. Like, I've never seen this before. So, praise be the Jesus coin. Anyways, take it easy, everybody. Thank you for coming. Have a good day.